Hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It has been a busy time in between episodes for me, and I've had a lot of fun reading all of the comments. I've got a lot to talk about this episode, and a lot to do as well. I want to go back to the nether bridge and continue work on that, and look at that, I called it the bridge again. It's the tube, of course. But yeah, I've also been doing some stuff in between episodes. I haven't had too much time to do anything, but I have been over at the Ender farm enchanting some diamond swords, and I found out that you can't really craft these together using the anvil. Now the plan was to make a few of these and get this sword up to sharpness 5 and also fire aspect 2 along with the looting 3, and it seems like any good enchantment on a diamond sword just won't go through the anvil. In fact, I'll give you an example of that right now. It just says too expensive whatever you do, and I've tried lots of different combinations of this, and I think, did this just, it made a noise. I think it broke when I used it, or maybe it was when I placed it down. Let's pick it back up and find out. Okay, it's when you place it down. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's put these back in the chest. So yeah, my plans to make a really good diamond sword have sort of gone out the window now, and I've wasted a few diamonds here as well. So hopefully someone will buy these off of me. We'll have to take them over to the trading post, and I think the best thing to do now is just go for the ultimate enchantments on an iron sword, and then that way I can keep one of them with sharpness 5, looting 3, fire aspect 2, and just keep repairing it with the anvil. So last episode, if you remember, we were working on the nether hub, and I can tell you that I had the time to finish all of this off. You can see it from up here, and I'm not going to venture around and show you from the other sides, because of course if I do that, a ghast is going to come and destroy all of our nice glass that we've got over here. But yeah, it's finished, and I'm really happy with how it looked. There's one thing that I would like to do though, which is to put some light on the grass, but there's no way of doing this really unless we're going to put in some lamps or torches, which is something that I don't want to do. So it's a shame that it's not a little bit brighter. Possibly something with lava, like if we made some lava around the outside, that could bring some light to it, but I'm not too keen on that idea. But I have an idea to share with you that was left in the comments. Really great little tip, and I love it. Reading through the comments, there's always some interesting ideas in there, and I like it when people suggest stuff. And here is a cool tip to share with you that's been shared with us. Unfortunately, I don't remember their username, but yeah, great tip for the lava. We've got a nice lava lake around here, and I've spoiled some of it by taking lava with the buckets, like that bit there. And their tip was just to take a fire resistance potion, drink that, jump into the lava lake and get your lava from down below, and then when you come back up to the surface it won't be destroyed like this, which I think is a really great tip, and I'm happy to share that with you. So you guys should know, I always read the comments on my Hermitcraft videos. It's really hard to keep up with. Oh, here we go. Oh, that ghast distracted me. A wither skeleton came out of nowhere. I killed it, but then there was another one, and that wither effect, if you don't drink a regen potion or get rid of it, yeah, you're in serious trouble. And I went back to get my items. I thought it would be okay, because it says that you get killed by a skeleton, not a wither skeleton, and I thought that would be easy enough. And it turns out that it was a wither skeleton, and he's picked up all of my armour as well, and probably my sword. It looks like he's got my sword. Yeah, he's got an iron one. So this could be interesting. Let's see what happens. And I can't see his arms. Oh, it's because they're in front of him. That's quite funny. And now he's moving slow. Yeah, I'm doing damage to my own armour now, and I really don't want it to... There we go, that was easy. To go down there and yeah, get lost, I don't know. It might find its way into the lava. That's what I hate about the nether. If you die here, something's always going to fly into the lava or into fire. Anyway, I'm just going to check that I've got everything. Okay, I've got all of my items. Luckily none of them fell into the fire, and a couple more wither skeletons and a blaze spawned. I didn't get the wither skull from it, but it made me think, you know, I'm not really interested in hunting them down at the moment. It takes a lot of time to kill those wither skeletons just to get the skull, and then all my projects are kind of spaced out around the place, so putting down a beacon would be kind of pointless because I'd always be moving around. And there's a torch missing here. Let's just put that there. So we were talking about the comments. I read all of my Hermitcraft comments. What I do is when the episode goes up, I tend to be around to read a few then, and then the next day I'll sit down and read them all before recording the next episode. So that tip with the lava bucket was great. If you have any tips of your own that you want to share, just leave a comment in the video. I'll read through them, and then each episode I can share some tips with you. So another thing I wanted to talk about is YouTube has been broken lately. I'm sure a lot of you have seen some problems with your sub box and feeds and stuff, and I've got a feeling it's down to Hurricane Sandy causing some problems with their servers. But YouTube doesn't really tell you what's going on, so when these things go down and things start breaking, we don't really know what's happening. So I do have a Twitter account. You can follow me on there if you want to, and you will actually get notified of when I upload a video that way, because unlike YouTube, Twitter will post every tweet from someone you follow, and YouTube tends to filter stuff out for you, which is a bit of a strange feature if you ask me, 'cause surely they'd like to see more people using the service and watching videos. But there you go, as always, link in the description box if you want to follow me on Twitter. Okay, enough walking around like a headless chicken. I've just got two more things I want to talk about, and then we're going to get on with today's project. This is another suggestion left in the comments, a really good one. If you remember, the problem that we had with the map was that we couldn't see the perimeter, because when we made the map it wasn't central to where the mob spawner was. Now this is a great suggestion. If you take down the coordinates of your mob spawner and then you head off in 144 blocks diagonal over there, you can actually leave a marker using an item frame on the map, and then that gives you an indication of where the border is. So for me, I'd have to make 4 maps and head out to 4 different locations, but it would be totally worth it. And saying that, I could just make the map zoom out even further, and then I could have one map, and then I'd have to head out to the 4 corners of the perimeter and put the map in an item frame, but then it would leave 4 markers. So there is another really good tip. I'm actually going to do that soon. I'm not sure when I'll get time to do that, but that will be fun, having a map of the perimeter. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about was the ender pearl idea I talked about in the previous episode, where we're going to ender pearl through bedrock to get onto the ceiling of the nether. And I've been told by someone who knows this stuff, so I don't think there's any need to test this, but if we go up to the top of the ceiling and we make a nether portal, it will only take us back down to the overworld, and it won't sync up. So even if there's no other portals in the area, unfortunately overworld portals can't sync to nether portals that are above 128 blocks, which is a real shame, because a lot of you seem to really like the idea of us building a farm up there. So yeah, unfortunately we're going to have to knock that one on the head and move on with today's project. So today's project is, can you guess, we're in the nether. It is to finish off the tube, and I've already been harassed by ghasts. You can see they've been blowing up this bit of land here. Oh look, another one spawned already. But yeah, so we want this to turn to the right and then go into the land there, and the tunnel's going to go through there. And I thought I could do all of this in one episode, but I've realised that there's actually a fair amount of distance to go, and also quite a lot of design work, because all of this that we've built so far doesn't take too long once you've got the design down, because then you're just doing repetitive building and it's quite easy to make some progress on. But with this we've got to do a lot of design. So first of all, I want this to extend a little bit further out. I think what I'll do is I'll continue with the same pattern up to this point here, and then that's when the new bridge style will start. So we're going to go out a little further, and that new section of bridge that we're going to do is going to be a diagonal one. So it's going to go all the way over into the netherrack, and I think what I want is 2 big fat support like pillars underneath, I think that's what you'd call them, to hold it up. So it's going to be made out of stone brick, I think, and I'm not too sure what it is I'm going to do with the design, but I'll figure that out when we get to it. And then when we get over here to the netherrack, I'm still not sure what we're going to do over here either, but something with stone bricks again. And then when we get to the end of this and we go out into the open area, the last bit before the hub, I think what I want to do is something that has a kind of unique open look. Can't really describe what I have in my head at the moment, so you have to wait until we get to that bit. So first of all, what I need to do is just build the extra section here, and then we'll start designing the diagonal part. Okay, here we are. I've built the last part of this style of bridge, and we need to just put the glass on the outside, grass down here on the bottom, but I'm not going to do that yet, because we're probably going to have some ghast shooting at us while we build this. And then all of this bit here I think is going to be fairly enclosed. We'll put in some windows, but not too many, nothing like this. We're going to go with maybe every other block at one height will have a window, so it's going to be fairly caged, and I'm not really sure it's going to look that great from the outside. The main thing I'm looking forward to doing is building some pillars from the bottom. I thought it'd be nice to have 2 big circular ones, although this isn't quite as big as I thought it would be, so it's just a case of building and seeing what happens really. And then for the next sections, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking about it as I go along. It's mainly the bit that goes down the netherrack that's going to be a problem. The last bit I've got a really good idea of what it is. I want to do. So anyway, I'm going to continue building. I think what I'm going to do next is bring this bit over to here, probably do the same thing like we have here and have some half slabs coming out, and then I'll start building the pillars. Okay, it's time to build the pillars at the bottom. Often or not when you think, oh, that was clever, I fell into fire. So yeah, often or not when you think, do you know what, that is really annoying, there we go, okay. So often or not when you think about building and stuff, your imagination doesn't really take into account like the amount of space that you have and stuff. So what I had in mind here would have been probably about twice the size in terms of the amount of detail that I wanted to put in. And now that I've come here to actually build it, I realise that I've got a lot less space than I thought. And yeah, you know how it goes. So this is the shape that I'm going to use. What I want to do with this is have it go slightly larger at the top, and I'm going to do that using stairs, I think, and the same at the bottom, so it's going to be mirrored. So we'll take away these half slabs and then we'll connect them up with full blocks going all the way down like this with this shape, and then we'll put some stairs on the outside at the top and maybe change a few things in the middle as well to add a little more detail, and I'm hoping it'll look alright. It could probably be too different from what I originally thought I wanted it to look like. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. And then this was the other shape I was also thinking of, having a square in the middle and then some blocks on the outside, but I didn't really think that would look too good. Although if this was solid blocks and then on the outside you had like some cobblestone pillars, I think that could look quite good, you know. So why don't I just build one of the style that I'm probably going to go with, and I'll build that one as well just so we can see what it looks like. Okay, here we are. I've built my two pillars, and I tell you what I had in mind was something a lot bigger than this, a lot rounder. Yeah, really not got the space to put it in here. And I don't really like this one. I thought this was what I was going to go with. It doesn't really look that interesting. And this one isn't... Oh, I've fallen in the same fire again. This one isn't particularly great, but it just looks better having the cobblestone pillars down the side. It kind of brings a little bit of contrast in with the grey, because this is just all stone bricks at the moment. So do you know what? I think I'm going to go with this one here. So I've got to rip this one out and rebuild it like that. And also you can't get these centered because this is diagonal and it's not even on each side. I'm not really sure how I can explain that, but if you look where this one goes up to, it's right on the edge there, and then on this side it's just between the two on either edge. So if I were to move this one block this way, it would be on the edge, and then the other one would be between two on either side. So unfortunately we can't center them, but anyway, I'm going to tear this one out and build that one. Okay, I've finished building the second support and it looks good. It looks alright. I've started building the top up here and we'll go have a look at that in a moment. What I need to do is go and look at this from a different angle, and also need to eat. So let's hop down here and see what it looks like from a distance. Can't really see it from there. Got a bit of floating land here as well. You know, it doesn't look too bad. The way it transitions from the smooth slabs into the stone bricks doesn't really go, but because there's this sort of structure coming up from the ground, it kind of gives it more of a contrast, because the other thing is just, you know, being suspended from above. There's a big magma cube right there. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Just got to focus on the top, and I think I need to bring another material into this. Got no ideas whatsoever what material that should be. Possibly mossy cobblestone on these ones, but up the top here we definitely need to do something. So let's go around and have a look at that. I've already got in mind what it is that I want to do with the windows. I think I mentioned I wanted it to be a bunch of small ones. So you can see that every other block there's a gap. That's where a block of glass will go. And then on top we're going to cover that over. Now I haven't done that yet because I was thinking about using stairs so we can have some detail from the outside, but I think it's a little unnecessary, and I'm probably just going to follow the shape that we've laid out here. Just have a simple flat roof and then some half slabs, have some half slabs half a block lower on the outside, and I think that'll look fine. Okay, I've started building the side wall here and the roof, and I can tell that this is going to be a little claustrophobic. We do have to fill in all of this down here with grass, and it doesn't look so bad now I've actually put that in. I was going to say for a second I think I need to widen the wall and make it come out a little further, but now that I've put down this netherrack, it doesn't have so much of a gap between the ceiling and the floor, and these pigmen just love to walk in front of you wherever you're doing something. Okay. I just want to put down a few more of these and get a better idea. Oh, There we go. See, he's walking right where I want to place that block. I don't think that looks so bad now I put that down. Maybe I won't change this then. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like that. They have been aggravated. They were walking in front of me while I was trying to use my pick. Take that. Oh, I could just kill them all. Well, I was going to say that I would go... Just checking there isn't any behind me. That we could go off in that direction for a while. I think if I were to go all the way down to the end of the tunnel and just wait there, then these guys would still be loaded, they'd still be aggressive, and then after a certain amount of time they would give up and de-aggro. That's at least how I think it works. Is there any more on either side? Okay, I should be very cautious. Look, there's one up there. Yep, he's aggro. Okay, I think the best thing to do is just to play it safe. I'm going to take a break from building and go wait down the end of this tunnel. Okay, this part here is finished. Of course, we've got to put in the grass on the floor, but I placed in the glass as well, and it's nothing spectacular, but I think it looks alright. And the problem that I'm facing at the moment is transitioning into the netherrack here. But I think what I'll do is just build it like normal and go all the way around to this bit here, and then that's where we'll start the new tunnel type. And I think what I want to do is something with netherrack. I've been thinking about it for some time, and we had some netherrack earlier in the tunnel, and I think we'll do that for this section between the netherrack here and the open area at the end. But what we should really be doing now is just looking at this from different angles. And before we went down below, we've seen what the support struts look like. And let's just take that guy out. There we go, good shot. And I want to throw an ender pearl just up there and have a look from that angle. Okay, that looks alright from up here. Nothing too special like I said before. But yeah, it's just a little transition element, so where else can we get a good view of it? I don't think there is really anywhere else. Let's hop down there and have a look from over there. Yeah, I think that looks good, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go back, get some dirt and grass and grow all of that into that section, and then I'll finish building that segment so it goes round to the other side where it's fully inside the netherrack. And I think what I need to also do now is go and find a nether fortress, because I'm very low on nether bricks, so it's going to take me a fair bit of time to get these resources together. Okay, I'm back from my supply run. I've put in the grass and dirt on the ground. We're waiting for this to grow at the moment, and I've got a ton of nether brick to do the next section. Now this bit right here is alright, and on the inside it doesn't look that great, and I realised that this has some subtle details to it which are really good. The wall itself is on 2 levels. It's right here in these sections and on that bit there, and then it's back one for the glass, and that just brings in that extra little bit of shape to the room. So what I want to do on the next section of tunnel is add some shape to the walls, and I think what I will do is have maybe some steps on the side there and at the top as well, and then some bricks behind it so there's a bit of a curve to the room, and then at the top maybe we'll put in some half slabs like that. Then perhaps these 3 in the middle can be half a block higher, and then at that level again. So we kind of bring in a bit of a circular shape to it. So what I'm going to try and do is recreate that idea. We're going to use nether brick on the sides, I think, and I'd like to use it on the ceiling and maybe put some lamps up there for lighting, but unfortunately we don't have slabs, so that would be quite difficult. But I'll look through what materials we have and find something that works. I think what I want to do is stick with the stone bricks. We don't want to get too dark here. I was thinking about using nether brick stairs, but like I said before, no slabs for the nether brick unfortunately. So that'll work, and what I want to put at the back here where the netherrack is some nether brick, but also some lighting, because without these torches these tunnels become quite dark, so it's important that we get some lighting in at these points, and I think that's something I might have to go back and do throughout these parts of the tunnels, because you can see it gets quite moody the further down you go, and I think the lava just does even just enough with the lighting, but I think it needs something a little bit more. Maybe we could change these to redstone lamps and power them from behind, or use that bug to make them powered. I'm not sure about that. We could just do something simple like put some torches on either side, and that would make it nice and bright, but that's not what we're focusing on at the moment. But that's something I do want to do. We need to sort out the light in these tunnels at some point. But down here, yeah, we need some light, and I'm thinking that nether brick in the walls with redstone lamps would look good. except I'd like to break these bits up into sections, because if we were to go like this the whole way down there, I don't think it would be as interesting as if we were to break it up on the sides a bit. So like we did back at the base with the little sandstone tunnel we done a few episodes ago that had the water coming down the sides, we had some stairs like this that had blocks at the back with redstone lamps. I want to do the same thing as that really, and I think what I also might do is have some lava exposed coming down from the top to the side, and I think that would work really well because lava's something we've had throughout the tunnel so far. Oh, I keep calling it the tunnel, that is so annoying. I call it the tunnel or the bridge but never the tube. It is called the tube. I assure you that. So yeah, I'm going to play around with with a little bit on the edge here to break it up. I think what we'll probably do is like stone bricks, lava, stone bricks. So we need to gather some lava, and I was just thinking I am so tempted to just jump straight in there, but knowing my luck it'll be one deep, and yeah, I'll take a lot of damage and die. So let's sprint onto that one there, and then go down here. Yeah, we're going to survive this. Oh, that is a big sea of lava right there. Oh, I just had a heart attack for a second there. I was remembering the glitch that's in 1.4.3 where you can't swim up in water. And although we're still on 1.4.2, I was wondering if I was experiencing that for a moment there, but of course I'm not. Okay, so let's go underneath and just take loads of this lava. Well, that's cool. You can kind of see stuff for a second when you take it. Right. Very cool tip. I like that a lot. And now back to the surface. It's taking a long time. There we go. Yep, you can see that the lava is untouched. Okay, this looks alright. It doesn't look as good as I thought it would. I kind of don't like the risk that's involved as well. Like, I've got a fire resistance potion. I can walk into that at the moment, but I don't know. If you were walking past, you could catch on it. I think the chance that that would happen would be if you weren't paying attention, you were just holding forward and like looking at your other screen, watching something else, you know. But then half the time we're going to be using the rails, which are going to go in the middle. And at last I can address something which I'm sure I mentioned it before, but people just keep leaving this comment, so I'll address it now. You can't have powered rails on a diagonal, which yeah, you can't. So what I was going to do was just put like a powered rail there and then a normal track there, so every now and then it would just, like, it's going diagonal like this, and then it would just go off one extra block and then back on, so you could have one or two powered rails. I'll probably put a lever where that torches and have a powered rail on either side. So that's how I'm going to put the rails in on the diagonals, and I'm so sure I mentioned that before in an episode, but perhaps I left it out for some reason. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, I like how it looks. I don't like how that bit gets broken up there. And also it's causing some lighting problems, you can see here. But if we were to change this to stone bricks, I think... Oh no, that's the wrong... No, that is the right one. Yeah, like that. We do that on both sides. It would isolate the lighting bug a little, I think. Yeah, it would. And that definitely looks better. You know what, I'm gonna do that on this side as well. Okay, this tunnel is looking quite moody now that I've removed those torches, so we do have to do something about lighting in here. And I think this is going to look good. I might actually want to space this out a little bit further because this is quite a long tunnel, so I might go from 5 blocks between each one to 7. And I also might start it off with some lava here as well. I think that would be better. Yeah, that would definitely be better. So hopefully it would end with lava as well, but I could do some measurements for that. Anyway, I need to dig out down this tunnel, and I was just checking out how far down it would go, and I noticed these signs off in the distance, and yeah, I think this is placed down by Hypno. It says please remember to replace the stair in the hub. Do not forget to replace the stair in the hub. Wasn't there something in the hub that you forgot? Reminder, fix the stair in the hub that you removed. So someone really wants me to sort the stairs out. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the hub we used to have those 4 stairs that led up into the corner, and I removed one of them in an attempt to build one that went to the floor below, and I didn't really like how it looked, and I never rebuilt it. Asuma, don't forget to replace the stair. Hermits, I'm pretty sure that's Hypno's put these down. And then is that mine? No, Asuma, don't forget to replace the stair. I thought I had my own little sign in the middle here, but yeah. So there's something else I need to do quickly. I also need to head back to get some redstone lamps, and look, everything is loading really slow. So I thought I'd come here, I'd do that quickly. I should have the materials on me, and once that's done, I'll go back through Biffa's Bowl to my base, pick up some redstone lamps, and we can put them in the tunnel. Okay, there we go. I've put in the stair in the corner, and I've also tidied up the rails and just had a look around and make sure everything is in order, and I think it all is. And of course, as soon as I say that, I've noticed that I need to do that bit over there. But I'm going to head over to Biffa's Bowl next. I'm going to fix that and make sure all of that stuff down there is good. I'll tidy up this chest as well, these things. I don't know whose these are, but I'll put them in a chest in the community bit. And yeah, that is the hub. It is looking great. You can see Joe's been working on it some more. The whole of each of those corners having a different colour is really good, and it goes down below as well. And yeah, that's about it. It's really coming along well. I'm back, and as you can see, I've rearranged this. I've put the lava at the front. That looks great. And then we've got this segment here, which I did say would be 7 blocks. It's now going to be 8, and this little gap is just for me to get to my chests and stuff, which is just around the corner there. And there's one thing I might change, which is this. I might put the stairs going all the way across to the side there, but that's just a minor thing. I think what I need to do next is measure this from there over to here. I think that would be 11 blocks, and see if that will go all the way down to the end of the tunnel, because we wouldn't want it to end with like an extra 6 blocks left, because then we'd have like a mini segment of this and it'd be all out of place. So just need to measure it and make sure this can fit, but that is actually all that I have time to do this episode. I need to render and upload the video. Unfortunately I had some connection problems to Hermitcraft, so I couldn't get on as early as I wanted to, but we've made some progress. Next episode I'm hoping that we can finish this. All we need to do is build this bit here all the way down to the end, and then we can start work on the final segment of the tube. So before we go, I just wanted to share something with you. Minecraft is my favourite game of all time, of course. I think that's most of yours as well. But when I was growing up, there was a game that came out called Doom, and this game was fantastic. It defined the first-person shooter genre. In fact, it didn't just define it, it created it, because there was no real interest in that kind of game before this game came out. And yeah, I've been having a bit of nostalgia lately playing it again, and I've been putting out videos on it. So I thought if you guys wouldn't mind just watching a little clip of it, I thought that'd be a cool way to end this episode. I think it's a lot of fun and you might enjoy watching me play it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this little clip of Doom. Between those, oh, it's this thing right here. Yeah, I'm getting used to this already, you can see. Let's switch to the super shotgun. Go up to the top. Go. Whoa, dude. Wasn't expecting that. Let's take that anyway. Go through here. Ah, we're inside the bit of the middle now. Yep. Okay. Where does this go? That's the big gun, that is. And I reckon that's a trap. But let's go for it anyway. Oh god, it was! Oh, Christ. Oh. Oh, that was crazy. And there is the next key code card thingy.